Do you have some old cans lying around in your cabinets?
Coming up, Lauren Layton tells you how you can help others with those cans and other food items. Stay tuned.
Good evening, and thank you for tuning in to NewsWatch Ole Miss. I'm Alexandra Morris.
And I'm Sarah Kate Caliguire.
The phrase summer drought applies to more than just the weather. It's a problem food pantries all over the country face during the summer months.
Lauren Layton joins us with more on a student with an idea to help prevent that struggle.
The Oxford Food Pantry is not exempt from the struggles of keeping shelves stocked over the summer, but one graduate student told me about an idea she's been working on for a while now.
I was just kind of like, I know that there's other stuff out there, but there's just really no convenient way to do it. And, you know, I actually ended up having to throw away most of that food.
A thought graduate student Julie LaBerge had as she moved out of her apartment for the summer, tossing piles of usable food in the trash.
It's bothered me for 3 years. It's bothered me ever since I've had to do it.
So she did some research.
I found that the Retreat, Highland Square, and the Connection were all at most capacity, 80% or more. And they were also all on specific roads that other complexes were on.
And came up with a plan to put donation boxes in the lobbies for what she hopes will be the first of many annual Food for Oxford donation drives.
What I tried to do is just to make it as easy as possible for people to donate. And I hope that they take the opportunity.
Those donations will then be taken to the Oxford Food Pantry, which serves over 1,000 people a month.
Tapping into all the food coming out of those apartment complexes and duplexes all over town from the students seemed like just too big of an opportunity to let it go by.
Pantry Director John Coney is ecstatic to have help during what he calls the summer drought of donation season.
Some kind of food drive to supplement the summer is what we're always looking for, so this was a perfect opportunity to do that.
I feel like this is a really good way not only to accommodate for the food waste that happens every year, and also help the pantry, but it is also helping in a time they specifically need it.
The donation drive will run until May 13th. Drop-off locations will be at the front offices of the Connection, Highland Square, and the Retreat housing complexes. Back to you guys.
Thanks, Lauren. The 2018 Rebels Choice Awards honored the Ole Miss student athletes Monday night for their standout performances. Some highlights from the night included softball and men's golf, who were the big winners of the evening, conquering Team of the Year, Coach of the Year, and having Most Valuable Rebels. Women's basketball player Promise Taylor, who had a promising night, took home Women's Rookie of the Year award. Baseball star Ryan Rollison swept the Men's Rookie of the Year award. The Play of the Year went to DK Metcalf's winning touchdown catch at Kentucky, but the Game of the Year was the Egg Bowl win over rival Mississippi State. To see a full list of the 2018 Rebels Choice Award winners, check out hottitoddy.com. This weekend marks the 3rd annual Oxford Pride Weekend, and the Sarah Isom Center wants you to come show your love and support for the LGBT community. The events kick off on Thursday and go through Saturday. You can expect food, a film screening, bingo, drag shows, alumni reunion events, fundraisers, and of course, the parade. The LGBTQ community chose to make this year's theme Can't Stop the Beat in response to this year's setbacks and ongoing resilience to the community. They are encouraging floats and signs to be bigger and better than ever before, so come bring your creativity and energy this weekend. For a list of times, check out the Oxford Pride Weekend Facebook page.
Ole Miss is recognizing 3 special employees who have been chosen to receive honors for their exceptional service, going above and beyond their responsibilities. Following letters of recommendation submitted by students and parents, the Thomas Frist Student Service Awards are presented annually to 1 faculty member and 1 staff member. This year, Ole Miss is honoring 2 staff members, Leslie Banahan, Assistant Vice Chancellor for Student Affairs, and Ryan Upshaw, Assistant Dean for Student Services in the School of Engineering. For the faculty portion, Carrie Scott, the Instructional Associate Professor of Chemistry and Biochemistry, as well as Associate Director of Forensic Chemistry, is being honored. One of Ole Miss's own pharmacy students, Mallory Pullman from Pearlington, Mississippi, was named a 2018 Walmart Scholar by the American Association of Colleges of Pharmacy Walmart Scholars Program. This is the 10th year an Ole Miss student has received this award, and the honor as well as a $100,000 scholarship are awarded to student pharmacists who are committed to a career in pharmacy. Pullman explained that she is incredibly honored to be selected.
The Department of Archives and Special Collections located in the J.D. Williams Library has a new exhibit display of artifacts spanning 10,000 years of Native life in Mississippi. Ole Miss anthropology students curated the exhibit last fall as part of an anthropology class to give students a more hands-on learning experience. The objects they selected include arrowheads, chunky stone axes, a ceramic human effigy, and more. The exhibit will remain through the summer, so be sure to check it out. The annual National Day of Prayer is being honored in Oxford tomorrow at 6 p.m. in the Lafayette County Courthouse. For 24 hours straight, members of more than 20 churches and ministries will come together to pray for those in local, state, and national government, school officials, and law enforcement. This is the 8th year Oxford has held this event, and this year's theme is Pray for America Unity, in hopes to keep peace and unity in the world. For more information, visit gotofirst.org.
Mississippi rapper Lil Lonnie Taylor was one of 2 people shot and killed Sunday night in Jackson, Mississippi, his hometown. Hours after posting on Instagram and Snapchat, 22-year-old Taylor was found dead. He was shot multiple times as he was driving his SUV. The car was stopped as it crashed into a home, and his female passenger was not hurt. The Jackson Police Department said that there are no suspects at this time and do not yet know of any motive.
The university offers summer classes for Ole Miss students, but they aren't the only students that will be on campus this summer.
Reporter Brianna Bynum joins us in studio with more.
That's right, the Ole Miss Pre-College program has over 40 different summer camps available for students in kindergarten through 12th grade.
The Ole Miss Pre-College program has been offering summer camps for many years, and Assistant Director Wendy Fringer says they're gearing up for this summer.
We've moved more in the direction of offering some one-week programs to accommodate busy vacation and exercise, athletic schedules, all that kind of stuff that kids have in the summer. So we have one-week programs.
The camp is not limited to students from Lafayette County, and students from other countries have taken advantage of the opportunity to attend camp in Oxford.
We see students from all over, not just Mississippi, not just even the country, but we have students from all over the world here. In fact, we have students from Nepal, from Colombia, from Mexico, all coming this summer. So they come from a lot of places.
Fringer says the camp teaches children lessons that can't be taught in an ordinary classroom.
Schools are wonderful places to learn, but a lot of times just when you're starting to discover your passion, it's over. You got to switch gears, do something else. And these camps are really an opportunity for kids to go deeper and to find out, what do I like about this? Why do I like it? What is it like to do this and to have experiences doing it, not just sitting in a classroom learning about it?
Fringer calls the camp a success and says it's something students look forward to attending.
Everything I hear from kids is that they want to keep coming back every year. They've had life-changing experiences, and it's an important part of their development.
What a fun way to spend the summer. Back to you at the desk.
Thanks, Brianna. Coming up, find out what strange stripy thing was found in a duffel bag on the border of Mexico.
We'll have the latest after the break, but first, Delia Vandeveld has your first look at the current conditions.
Hey there, Oxford, and happy Tuesday. We have really seen some beautiful temperatures these past few days, and we are in luck because that will continue for the rest of this week with those sunny, clear skies and warm May temperatures. However, things will cool off as there is a chance of rain on Saturday. But as we take a look at the current radar, you can see there's a few patches of rain just south of Oxford, but we look to be clear right now and hopefully for the rest of the week. Stay tuned later for a full report coming up on Stormwatch.
What to expect when you're expecting a teenager.
Today we're talking about how to wake up your teen, and this works literally every time.
Good kisses. Good kisses. You heard how loud
I heard. It wasn't you. Yeah. It was the...
Is that bacon?
You don't have to know it all to be a perfect parent. Thousands of teens in foster care will love you just the same.
There's a shelter pet who wants to meet you. Meet one today. Visit theshelterpetproject.org. Adopt.
Yes, you've got pre-diabetes. But with more exercise and a change in diet, it can be reversed.
I've tried exercising. It just makes me hungry for bacon.
I love bacon, too. And who really likes to exercise?
Not me.
Me neither.
Nobody.
Yeah.
So we're good?
What? Oh, you still have pre-diabetes. big time.
New details have come in light in Special Counsel Robert Mueller's investigation into Russian election meddling and possible collusion by the Trump campaign. The New York Times is reporting on specific questions the president's lawyers transcribed based on their conversations with the special counsel. Special Counsel Robert Mueller's team is interested in asking President Trump at least 4 dozen questions as part of their Russia probe, according to notes transcribed by the president's lawyer and obtained by the New York Times.
Mr. President, would you still like to testify to Special Counsel Robert Mueller, sir?
Thank you. Sure, I would like to.
You would like to?
I would like to.
A large portion of the questions appear to center on obstruction of justice, including the president's high-profile firings of National Security Advisor Michael Flynn and FBI Director James Comey. The questions specifically cite a number of the president's own statements, including these remarks.
Regardless of recommendation, I was going to fire Comey, knowing there was no good time to do it. And in fact, when I decided to just do it, I said to myself, I said, you know, this Russia thing with Trump and Russia is a made-up story.
The special counsel also seeking insight into the president's response to Attorney General Jeff Sessions' recusal from the Russia investigation.
The Attorney General made a terrible mistake when he did this and when he recused himself, or he should have certainly let us know if he was going to recuse himself, and we would have put a different Attorney General in.
The New York Times reports that another category of questions deals directly with Mueller's inquiry into potential coordination between the Trump campaign and Russia, including the now infamous June 2016 Trump Tower meeting with Russians promising dirt on Hillary Clinton. CNN learned that President Trump cooled off on the idea of meeting with Mueller after the Cohen raid. The president's new attorney, Rudy Giuliani, met with Mueller last week to discuss a potential interview. It's not yet clear if the leaked questions will impact the possible interview. The Hero Southwest pilot who safely landed a plane after a deadly engine failure last month met with President Trump in the Oval Office today. The president welcomed former Navy fighter pilot Tammy Jo Schultz and other crew members and passengers. A fan blade in the Dallas-bound plane's left engine broke mid-air and shattered a window on April 17th after leaving New York's LaGuardia Airport. One passenger, Wells Fargo executive Jennifer Riordan, began getting sucked out the window. She didn't survive. 3 flight attendants were also honored. The president said the actions of the crew and passengers, quote, show the great character of our nation. May 1st marks the International Workers' Day, also known as May Day. This date was chosen because it marks the anniversary of the Haymarket Affair in Chicago, where police killed 4 people at a peaceful protest after someone threw a bomb into the crowd. Today, trade unions and human rights campaigners continue to mark the day with rallies. This year, demonstrators took to the streets all over the world to demand better working conditions. Some have been more peaceful than others. Vice President Mike Pence visited the Mexico-California border yesterday to discuss the construction on the barrier and says the wall is to protect the American people.
This wall is not only necessary to support you men and women who are on the front lines of our homeland security, but it's also a physical manifestation of the determination of the American people to protect our borders and protect our sovereignty, and we will complete it.
The barrier was built in the 1990s out of recycled scrap metal and old landing mat. The reconstruction will increase the height of the wall by several feet in order to strengthen border security.
The caravan of migrants that arrived from Central America this weekend are standing firm. They're huddled near the U.S. border waiting for a chance to apply for asylum.
U.S. Customs and Border Protection officials have started processing some of the Central American migrants seeking asylum. This comes after a 3,000-mile journey through Mexico that lasted more than a month.
Es que tengo que confiar en Dios y soportar lo que venga, pero con tal todo sea para el futuro de ellos.
The migrants say they're fleeing from the poverty and violence that plagues their native lands.
We want to work. We don't want handouts. We want a better future for our family.
Migrant caravans have been coming to the U.S. for years, but there's more of a spotlight this time. That's largely because of the stance of the Trump administration has taken on the issue, with the president calling U.S. immigration laws weak and obsolete.
There's no country in the world that has laws like we do. They've got to change, and they've got to change now for the safety of our country.
Some say this is an opportunity for the government to pass bipartisan, comprehensive immigration reform.
If we do not work to, provide economic aid to these countries so that there are economic opportunities and clean water where they live, and that we fight the cartels who cause a lot of this, that it will continue to persist whether we build a wall 100 feet high or 10 feet high.
The Department of Justice has filed complaints against 11 members of the migrant caravan, saying they entered the U.S. illegally. U.S.-Mexico border agents are used to seeing strange things, but Monday agents came across an abandoned black duffel bag with something out of the ordinary inside. Agents witnessed 3 people trying to come to the United States illegally through Brownsville, Texas. The men dropped a duffel bag as they went back to Mexico, and when agents opened it, they found an unconscious male tiger inside. The 4-month-old tiger appeared to be sedated and was turned over to the Gladys Porter Zoo. Today, Facebook CEO Mark Zuckerberg announced a new privacy control called Clear History. This control will be similar to clearing your web browser history and wipe everything from your Facebook account. Zuckerberg explained that if you choose to clear history, your Facebook experience won't be as good as before while it relearns your preferences. This new development comes after pressure to improve privacy controls after reports in March that data firm Cambridge Analytica had improperly harvested data. More details about Clear History will be provided during Facebook's annual developer conference, F8, which begins today. Iconic American guitar manufacturer Gibson has filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy. According to paperwork filed in Delaware today, the company has at least $100 million of debt and perhaps as much as $500 million. But Gibson has plans to get back on its feet. That includes liquidating its consumer electronics business, which sells headphones, speakers, and accessories, and reorganizing its musical instruments and professional audio business, which has been more stable. NSYNC fans said bye to waiting for a reunion yesterday as the band members got together to unveil their star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. The boy band burst onto the music scene in late 1990s and stole the hearts of millions of teenage girls. Now they are all in their late 30s and 40s and reuniting to celebrate the historic moment. The band boasted dozens of singles and multi-platinum albums. NSYNC joins other boy bands, the Backstreet Boys, New Kids on the Block, and Boyz II Men with stars on the Walk of Fame.
The sun is out, and I just hope it is here to stay.
Me too. Julia Vandeveld will let us know in her extended forecast if we will continue to have sunny weather coming up next on Stormwatch.
Fancy Pants peanut butter?
a big screen television.
You haven't even bought a sofa yet.
A motorcycle? When your father finds out, he's gonna flip his shoes with 2 buckles? What do you even need 2 buckles for? Mr. Big Shot, buying whiskey shots for everybody in the bar. From the looks of it, I'd say nobody even remembers. Feed the pig.
You can see that there are a few clouds south of us, but Oxford looks to be pretty clear. Now taking a look at the temperatures across the map, you can see that Oxford and Holly Springs and Tupelo are all at 82, and then we have South Haven and Corinth up there at 84. For the temperatures tomorrow, we can expect temperatures much like today. We're going to have Oxford with a high of 85, South Haven and Holly Springs at 84, Tupelo at 86, and Corinth also at 85. For the temperatures tonight, we can expect a low around 65. It will stay clear, still some light and variable winds and no chance of rain. As for tomorrow, we will see a high of 85 and sunny, a few winds, and a small 10% chance of rain. Now taking a look at the 5-day forecast, you can see those temperatures will stay in the 80s and should be pretty clear for the most part, except for Saturday with a 60% chance of rain moving in. Thank you. Back to you guys at the desk.
Thanks, Delia. Tomorrow afternoon, the baseball team is back in action, but see why it could be an extra magical night at Swayze Field.
And see how one NFL team you would have least expected had a real shot at drafting Baker Mayfield. Next.
There's one thing you can never have sex without.
It's consent.
Because sex without it isn't sex.
It's rape.
It's on us to stop sexual assault.
Learn how and take the pledge at itsonus.org.
You think getting dumped by text is harsh? Try getting dumped by a tennis ball. My ex-owner drove me out to the woods, yelled fetch, and by the time I brought the ball back, he was gone. Yeah, I was pissed. But the folks at the shelter helped me let go of my anger. I learned coping skills, like taking it to the hole. Boom! Now I'm ready to fetch again. But how about I throw and you run and get it?
Everybody has a dream. Mine was to see the ocean. And with a little help, I made it.
It's a short ride from your neighborhood to your naturehood. To find a neighborhood park or green space near you, visit discovertheforest.org.
Welcome to a Tuesday edition of Sports Watch. I'm Colin Rivera. It was a tough road trip for the Rebels softball team as they lost to Arkansas last night 7-1. They had 2 costly errors that resulted in 6 unearned runs. Heading into the final series of the season, if the Rebels drop 2 of the 3 games, they will have lost every SEC series on the season. The final games of the season will be here in Oxford and begin on Friday night. Heading across campus to Swayze Field, the baseball team is creating a magical night for fans tomorrow night where they'll be going up against Arkansas Pine Bluff. It will be a Disney night at Swayze where fans will have their opportunity to meet their favorite Disney princesses and other famous characters. They will be on the concourse and will be available from 3 p.m. to 4 p.m. for pictures. In addition to the characters, there will be Disney videos and music played during the game. As for game time, it has been moved up to 4 p.m., so be sure to get there early enough to enjoy all the festivities. More quarterback drama for the New England Patriots. Baker Mayfield's agent came out and said that his client Mayfield may be in for a huge surprise if he was still on the board at number 2 spot. Obviously, this did not happen as Baker Mayfield was drafted by the Cleveland Browns at 1, but it is interesting drama to see the Patriots head coach Bill Belichick looking for Brady's replacement before it's too late. It was also announced last night that Brady is returning officially for the 2018 season. Staying in Boston, the Celtics were taking on the Philadelphia 76ers, and point guard Terry Rozier decided to put on a show for his fellow Celtic fans. Terry dropped 29 points in this game, but the play that was most special was the in-between-the-legs here dribble just to lob it up to teammate Marcus Morris for the massive dunk. The Celtics went on to dominate Philly, winning 117 to 111. We run out of sports here, but have no fear. Follow our Twitter on NewsWatch_UM for more sports updates. Back to you guys at the desk.
Thanks, Colin. Coming up, find out how Oreos are about to get even tastier.
Stay tuned. There's more NewsWatch when we return.
Todd's a great guy. I mean, look at him. What a sweetheart. Attaboy. Wait, Todd, what are you doing? How totally selfish and un-Todd-like of you. Come on, Todd. Come on, man.
We are Ole Miss Rebels. As Mississippi's flagship university, we dig deeper, see farther, work harder. We pioneered human organ transplants. We helped prove Einstein's theory of gravitational waves. We are distinguished as a Carnegie R1 top 2.5% research institution. We are Ole Miss, transforming lives and the world.
Don't ignore the subtext. It's on us to intervene in sexual assault. Because we can. Take the pledge at itsonus.org.
There's a shelter pet who wants to meet you. Meet one today. Visit theshelterpetproject.org. Adopt.
America's favorite cookie has new flavors. Nabisco is marketing 3 new limited edition Oreos. The flavors are cherry cola, kettle corn, and pina colada. The snack company says it received hundreds of thousands of ideas for new flavors.
The 3 finalists were chosen after being judged on taste appeal, creativity, and originality. Now Nabisco is trying to pick a winner. It's hosting a contest to determine the public's favorite at myoreocreation.com. Go vote for your favorite cookie flavor today.
You know, that pina colada cookie might go nicely with my pool day tomorrow because I heard it's supposed to be nice, right, Delia?
Yes, it's definitely going to be sunny and warm these next few days, so you'll want some sunscreen too.
Nice.
Awesome, perfect. That's what I like to hear.
Thank you, Delia. Thanks. But also, I do need to bring up that it is Lauren and Alexander's last day at NewsWatch. We're also sad to see y'all go, but we've loved that y'all have been a part of the team, and we want to wish you luck in the future.
Oh, thank you, guys. Well, thank you for tuning in to NewsWatch. I'm Alexandra Morris.
Be sure to catch us live again on air at 5 and on our Facebook live stream. You can also find our show on hottytoddy.com. I'm Sarah Kate Caliguire. Thank you and good night.